afternoon, Outliers. How are y'all doing today? Happy Tuesday. I hope your Tuesday is going incredibly well. I know mine is over here out in the Outlier Global headquarters. Randy's here, but nobody else has said hi. Gosh, I can't believe you guys would do that to me. You know it hurts my feelings when you don't say hi. So don't hurt the man's feelings. Hey, Yorn, good to see you. I saw something today that got me super stoked. As you know, I am a Texan, and we have our own idiosyncrasies as Texans, right? Yes, those of you who are not American may not see it, but those here in Texas, we really go with the Texas first or Texan first, American second. So much so that I was just talking to my kids last night, and my 12-year-old son said that to me. He said, "Dad, we're Texan first and American second." And I'm like, "Oh, wasn't expecting you to pull that one on me." But it's super true, right? When we go travel abroad and people ask where we're from, it's always Texas. We don't say American. We're not part of the South. Texas is its own thing. And there is some big old news going on thanks to the Texan governor, Greg Abbott. Ooh, I am stoked about this. Let me say hi. Thank you all for finally saying hi. I appreciate it. Jean-Louis here. Goran's here. Mohammed, good to see you. First time I can remember seeing you on stream. This Mahesh Cash App guy, who is he? Glad you made it, Mahesh. Howdy, Bob. Good to see you. Things are better here than in the Middle East. Damn right. Tug says, "Hi, everyone. And don't mess with Texas." Let's look at this. The Texas Stock Exchange. I didn't even know this was coming today, but I'm so stoked about it. Yeah, gummit. Let me restart that. Sorry, I blew it. Thank y'all for telling me about the no sound. Let's do this again. We'll just start where Maria Cuomo pulls in, or whatever her name is, Bartolomo pulls in Greg Abbott. Man, you guys are killing me on the chat. Let me catch up here. Wes says, "Good afternoon from Lone Star State." Wes, are you also a Texan? Mohammed says, "I'm here quite often." Oh, that's right. You're miraculous. That's right. Sorry, dude. I didn't recognize you there. No sound. Sorry, guys. I tried. Hey, Michael. Texas Stock Exchange.
Greg Abbott. Governor, great to see you. Thank you so much for being here.
Type of 1 in the chat if you can hear it.
And I know you celebrated the Texas Stock Exchange at the governor's mansion in Austin yesterday. You've been talking about a Texas Stock Exchange for a long time. Tell us about it.
Well, Maria, it just makes sense. You know, Texas has the dominant economy in the United States, a far stronger, more powerful economy than New York. We have the financial infrastructure in place already. Texas has more workers in the financial sector than the state of New York has. One thing that's essential to a stock exchange is to have a robust data centers. Texas already has those data centers in place, and on top of that, we have the flexibility and the agility to add even more data centers to make our stock exchange even more powerful. As you pointed out, this starts out already well funded and having experienced leaders in place. All the pieces have come together, and with this stock exchange going at a rapid pace, hopefully we'll get SEC clearance next year, begin trading later on next year, then listing stocks the year after that.
Well, you'll need the...
Dude, I'm excited about that. I don't know, honestly, what difference it's going to make. If putting on a trade doesn't matter to me if it's on the NASDAQ or on the Russell 2000 or the S&P or whatever other exchanges there are. I don't really care as long as I make money on it, but I'm excited about it, right? Hey, Alex, good to see you. Several ones. I appreciate that. Donna, good afternoon.
Volume of lots of, not just, the exchanges. You'll need more volume from them, but you'll also need the major banks as well, right, to commit to volume. Are you confident that you'll be getting the volume?
So, Maria, the major banks are the investors, part of the investors in the exchange already. So, the highest volume trading banks in the country are investors in this project.
Brian, I thought we were cool, bruh. I thought we were cool. Good to see you, Peter. Brian decided to bring up the snowpocalypse that hit us. Oh my gosh, the snowpocalypse. I'll never forget that. Here in Texas, we're not like California. Like our power usually always works, right? We don't need rolling brownouts. But during the winter a couple years ago, oh man, the power went out here, something fierce. And like a lot of people died. And this is during the winter, right? We don't usually get all that much snow. And we had like several inches of snow outside. And we live in a big old house. And we were like covering up on top of everything, you know, blankets on blankets. And I was even trying to figure out like ways to heat our home, you know, just somehow. And so I found this this one YouTube video. It said you could take bricks and put around the bottom, and then put a like a flower pot, one of those ceramic flower pots on top of it, and then have candles on the inside, and the candles would heat up the ceramic and radiate warmth. And we did that. We managed to get by, but yeah, it was crazy. He says, "I take it back. I take it back."
Project, and so they will be providing the volume to get this thing going at a robust level from the very beginning.
How would you assess the economy there in Texas, given all of the illegal immigration?
The economy is badass, I'll tell you that.
I'm going to get to what's going on at the border in a second. But have you seen an impact with all of these new people coming in? Because, look, on a national level, Governor, we see that jobs being created are going to non-citizens. Citizens of America have actually seen a decline in jobs in the last several months.
So, Maria, in Texas, over the last month and over the past year, Texas has added more new jobs than any other state, and they are going to Texans or people who are moving to Texas from other states. What we've done on the border in the state of Texas, we have decreased illegal immigration by 85%. Those who do show up, they're moved to other states across the country. So we're hiring Texans.
They just go across the border in Arizona over where Dave lives. That's what they were showing on the news yesterday, right? Crossover TXSE on OVTLYR. Yeah, probably. I can't imagine why we wouldn't. Mahesh says, Mahesh was here. Mahesh moved not all that long ago. He was in the middle of it. He got power on after a couple hours. Yeah, I remember we'd have these conversations. And I'm like, bro, I've been out of power for like 3 days at this point. So yeah, glad to be over that, Dave.
Putting Texans to work, as well as Texas is attractive to people from other states, and they're coming here for jobs. But there is no state in America that has more new jobs better than the great state of Texas.
Well, what you've done.
Woo-wee. And like I say, having been a lifelong Texan, born by the grace of God in Plano, Texas, I gotta say, I'm very, very proud to be American, but more proud to be Texan first. So that was it. I just had to share that with you guys. I'm super stoked about it. Let's get into our market analysis. Still clicking. Clickety clackety. Couple more clicks. All right, let's catch up on the chat real quick. Wes says Robert Bryce has a good series called Juice the Grid, and first episode is all about Snowmageddon. Oh, hang on, I'm gonna write that down. What is this on? Is this on YouTube? Robert Bryce Juice the Grid. All right, cool. I'm gonna check that out. Dave says, no, thank you. Literally just got off the phone with a reporter discussing things we ain't going to talk about here in the trading room. Randy says, try it for a month, as in Hurricane Andrew. Sebastian, good to see you. Welcome to the OVTLYR Trading Room. This is smart trading made simple. Save time. Oh, no. As an OVTLYR, you know how to save time, make money, start winning with less risk. And for those of you who don't know me, my name is Christopher Ewell. I've twice been awarded top 100 people in finance. I've been successfully trading since 2009. I am a partner with OVTLYR, and this is my style of trading using OVTLYR data. I call it the golden ticket trading strategy. Now, real quick, how does OVTLYR work? It's a 4-step process. Number 1, OVTLYR monitors how investors are reacting to changing market conditions, news, price movements, and the economy. Number 2, OVTLYR determines if investors are acting irrationally fearful or greedy, and by how much. Number 3, OVTLYR gives buy and sell signals when those irrational behaviors reach an extreme. And number 4, allowing you to get into the stock move before the OVTLYR move happens. I do that every single day, so you understand and you can articulate what Outlier does to other people. And just the other day I was doing the dishes and I could like recite this. It's ridiculous. Yes, on YouTube. He's the author of Power Hungry, Gusher of Lies, etc. Very, very cool. I will definitely check that out, Wes. I appreciate you telling me about it. Oh, it's time for today's member highlight. All right. Couple things going on in the Discord today. Mahesh was talking about how and why we're seeing red on the market today. Miraculous. That is where is he at? That's Muhammad or Mohammed. There he is. That's Muhammad right there. Where was he at? Okay, so there were at least two people who asked why I chose October 18th on TMUS. And so I figured I would go into that real quick. So I did make a little change on the PowerPoint today. And I said, start at 21 days. Okay, starting at 21 days. Now, it doesn't have to be 21 days, right? When you look at this, there's option strikes all over the place, right? You got 18 days, 46 days, 81 days, and then you can probably throw some weeklies up in there, right? Now, why do I choose 21 days? I know you guys are trying to see my password, but you ain't gonna do it. Hang on. A pineapple 69420. There we go. Okay. All right. So the reason that I choose 21 days is I like to go on monthlies. So I generally filter these down to just regular expirations, which gives you a lot less to choose from, but they're a lot more liquid. And number two is that if I'm going to be into a trade for a few days, I don't want to deal with rolling, right? Could I put it on this Fridays? Absolutely. Is there more risk to that? Oh, yeah. Just a few days ago, I talked about how the second time I blew up my account was trading around the 2016 presidential election because I put on a trade that expired that Friday. The election happened on Tuesday. I was right on the trade, but I only had 3 days basically to make money on it, and I didn't. And so why stress over it when you can go 3 weeks out, at least to start, right? And then just move around from there, right? So for example, October 18th is not 21 days out, but it's 17. And if we compare, see if I can do both. Yeah. If I compare the 200 strike in October, it's 775 versus the 200 strike in November, it's around $11. And it's only the 63 delta versus the 72 delta at this point, right? So it just gives you more choices. It's not that I'm opposed to this one, but if I wanted to go with the 80 delta in this case, this would be over 20, let's call it $23.50. Whereas the 80 delta here on this one is roughly $12. So half the price basically. So there are lots of different ways you can trade that. It's just how I like to trade. It's less work. I'm all about less work. How about you? So I appreciate y'all chiming in on the Discord. We want to make sure that we take care of you. So be sure to ask your questions. Be sure to help others. I've seen a lot of people jumping in and lending help to other members, other outliers, and that is awesome. You guys are killing it, right? We are creating a huge community here of like-minded people who all want to make money and all want to take over the world, and we're all outliers. So be sure to share your stories in the Discord. And don't forget, the first rule of Outlier is you tell everybody about Outlier, right? And be sure to hit that like button. Y'all are killing it on the like button lately. Please continue to do so because I know you're already subscribed. Now let's get to trading. Honestly, the 10 over the 20, price over the 50 on the SPY. SPY. There we go. And that's what we have. 10, 20, 50. We're right inside this order block. Now, if it closes above here, I would imagine that it goes away. I'm surprised that it didn't go away yesterday when it did close above there. But then again, I don't know exactly what the criteria are that came up with that. But we did have a sell-off early this morning. We didn't quite get down to the 20 EMA, but it is right now still above the 10 EMA. 10, 20, 50 is all pointing north. So all of this is still bullish. Next, let's take a look at market breadth. Drop the 5, add the 10. and you can see market breadth is contracting a little bit. It is contracting a little bit. Now, I'm not ready to throw in the towel just yet, but it might be tomorrow. Like legitimately might be tomorrow where this is crossing back over. This is measuring how many stocks are on the bull list. How many stocks have buy signals? And right now, today, we got 17 new on the day versus 40 sell signals on the day. That's why this is kind of pulling in a little bit, okay? So I'm not ready to throw in the towel just yet, not until it has that 10 EMA crossover. Looked at market breadth. We can see here the golden ticket trading strategy is unlocked with the master key. Has the SPY signal, still shows a buy. Right there, still have a buy signal on the SPY. The market trend is still bullish. The market breadth is still bullish, and sector breadth is not everybody bullish. So I went through all the sectors earlier. So the market's bullish, discretionary is bullish, healthcare is bullish, materials is bullish, staples and technology, and communication. Those are bullish. But then we have some bearish sectors: energy, financials, industrials, real estate, and utilities. So these were the only ones that passed my screener today. HWM, which is in the industrial sector, and XLU came through today as well. But both of these have bearish sectors. So I actually don't have any new trades to put on, right? So we can skip that part, which usually comes after this part. I got ahead of myself. But I'm not going to be putting on any trades today. Now, let's go through what we do have and see if we need to take one off. Now, I know there are a couple people asking about TMOS, about T-Mobile. I mean, honestly, this one looks fine to me. Yes, it had a sell-off earlier in the day, but it's recovered. It doesn't have an order block in its way. It's not under the 10 EMA. It's above our half ATR by about 40 cents right now. I don't have a reason to take it off, right? There's no order blocks, no half ATR, no 10 EMA. OVTLYR heat map. Let's go take a look at the heat map real quick. And so right now I see here, September 30th is when we got in. It was G9. Today it's G11. So the heat map has not stalled. So I don't have a reason to take off TMOS. So TMOS is going to stay. NRG, however, has been tremendous. Look at this dude. This is what you call a textbook rocket ship. You get in and then it just goes up 5% without doing anything, right? We did roll it a couple days ago and now we're up at, I mean, this has been a tremendous trade. I'm so excited about it. Yorn asks, can you go over how you determine sector bull bear? Oh, yeah, sure. It's as easy as, so let's do utilities, for example. This is bearish. So let's go to utilities here. So we're in the market breadth, click utilities there. In fact, NRG is utilities. And I believe Alex said that he used to work there, right, Alex? Alex is here, right? I thought I saw him. Yeah, he is here. Okay. Yeah, so Yorange, you can see here, this is a perfect example of where that crossover is, right? So I got the 10 EMA and it went up and it is crossing over literally today. So I'm not interested in keeping anything in utilities right now, certainly not putting anything on. NRG was in the utility sector. Now, NRG, I had previously written on the chart, I will sell into strength at G24 because I got in when it was G14 and it walked up to 16. 19, 22, and yesterday I said it might be today, and here we go. G24, time to get out. Wes says energy's been a great winner, and he did work there. It was a Texas company, by the way. I mean, that's why we had such a big winner on it, right? Not the fact that OVTLYR gave us an incredible buy signal there, which is like, what are we at, like 85% over the last 2 weeks win rate? No, it was a Texas company. That's what did it. Us Texans, we try and take care of each other. But either way, let's go take off NRG. Let's go take off NRG. Yeah, this has been a tremendous trade. I love a good tremendous trade. It's been a hot minute since we've had this on. So I'm in the 85s. And we'll go through all the math on the returns on this. So NRG, close position, full position. NRG, October 18th, 85 calls. See where I can get. I'm gonna try 850. No. Just thought I'd try it. That says mid price is 830. I'm gonna try 835. What the heck? Now it's 825. I'll put it 830. Filled at 830. Lock it down. All right. NRG, October 18th, 85 calls, filled at 830. Let me do the math on this. Let me do the math on this. So that was 830 is where we got out. So we got into, in fact, let's do this. That way you can follow, because I'm as transparent. Do you remember, I show my age here. Do you remember in school when they had those overhead projectors and then they had the like clear sheets of paper that they put on top of it? At my school, at least, they called them transparencies. I am as transparent as a transparency. All right. Where is that at? Hang on. I got to find where I rolled it at. I have to search. NRG. There. All right. Reply. Close. Here. Today is October 1st. Happy October. I forgot to say that earlier. My apologies. Close NRG. So it's the 85 calls for 830. 830. 830. Okay. So let's do the math together. So we got in on the 80 calls. I spent $975 per contract minus $975. All right, so we're starting out. I paid $975 per contract. We rolled for $436, so add $436. And right now, we just closed it right now, not closed again, but we closed right now for $830. Plus $830. So $291 profit over the $975 that it cost is a 29.86% gain for me. And when I take commissions and factored in, it comes in at $29.41, which was a wow, that was a big one. 4.65% portfolio impact. Thank you very much. Heat map target hit. Awesome. I would gladly take that. Thank you very much. Yours also at 830. That was a great trade, right? I love these great trades. That is the power of being an outlier, right? Just it makes it so easy. Okay, so we're holding TMUS. Energy, we're out. Randy got scared out of it this morning for 23%. That's okay, dude. That's okay. I mean, you could have done better than me, honestly. Right. So like I say earlier, we already went through. I don't have any trades to put on because these two are in bearish sectors today. So the only thing I have right now is a whole heap and helping full of calls in TMUS. So that's going to wrap it for today. A little bit quicker than normal. Right. So I'm super glad you're here. Right. Just remember that we couldn't do this without you. Right. And so it is a great pleasure of mine to be able to give back and to help you win these trades. And so this is why I really want you to share, right? I want you to tell other people how well you're doing with OVTLYR, right? OVTLYR works incredibly well, right? We've seen it. We've seen it this week. We've seen it today. We've seen it last week. We see it over and over and over, right? When you let everything work together, when you have the holistic picture here, it is amazing. And that's why we also exercise a lot of patience for those times when everything is not lined up, when the breadth is not lined up, when the trends are not lined up. Just sit back and wait. Sit on your hands, right? In fact, my returns are 20.05% as of right now for the year. I'm at 20.05% right now. And you can see, like, we had a few losing trades earlier in the year. And then once we aligned on the master key, you can see this is how the master key works. You go boop, and then boop, and then boop again, all the way up. So that is how it's done. 20.05% is nothing to scoff at. I could just take off the rest of the year, but I'm not gonna, because I want to see just how much I can make. So thank you all so much for coming. I really appreciate you and everything that you do every day as being an outlier. And don't forget, if you didn't get your annual plan, I'm sorry, the price did go up. I warned you, but you can still save 45% over at OVTLYR.com. You can get the annual plan for just $3.29. That's literally 90 cents a day. So I hope that works for you. I hope if you don't already have the annual plan, you go ahead and do so, because fingers crossed, you can make a hell of a lot more than that on a single trade. Right, Randy? Right, Joran? Sounds like a great day. All right. Y'all have a fantastic afternoon. I'll see you right back here tomorrow on Wednesday. We'll talk soon.